right, y'all. Welcome. You got your boy Hemi.
And once again, it's me, Kyrie.
And welcome to
What's the Point?
All right, y'all. Today, yes, thank you.
Yes.
Today, we are going to be reviewing TV shows. I picked the show. He picked the show. We both watched them, and we're going to talk about them.
And we're going to watch this plane crash happen in real time.
Yup. Spoiler alert.
For both.
If you don't want to know what happened in this show, go watch the show before you watch this episode.
Right.
However, come back and watch this episode.
4 points of perspective.
All right.
Oh, spoiler warning.
Yes. So.
Which show is it?
The show's. Well, let me get to it. I ain't done yet.
Andale.
I'm still talking. All right. So, the shows we will be reviewing today. Should we go over yours first or mine? Which do you think will take longer?
Supercell. It will.
Okay.
I swear to God.
So we're gonna go over a show he picked that is called Food Wars, and I'll let him give the intro to that show, and then we'll also be talking about Supercell. Again, spoiler alert. We are gonna be talking about things in these shows. If you haven't watched them and you don't want to know what's happening, go watch the show and then come back and watch this episode because it's gonna be really good. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pass it over to him to give the intro to Food Wars.
So, thank you for that. Now, here's the whole thing. Hemi came up with a great idea for us to review shows, which I love because I watch enough TV when I'm chilling on YouTube. And he asked me to check out Supercell. I told him I wanted to check out an anime in return, and I gave him Food Wars. Now, the Japanese name for Food Wars is Soujujeki no Soma, and basically is about a character named Soma whose dad wants him to go to a prestigious culinary school. And I'm not going to give too much away, but basically one of the main titular things they have in the school are food wars, where students are battling, making different types of cuisine with different... It's kind of like, if you've ever watched Iron Chef, it's kind of like Iron Chef. But it's very funny, and it takes a lot of the Japanese anime tropes in there, and I thought it was a good watch for him. And I thought he would at least enjoy the first 2 episodes. He asked me to watch Supercell, because he really enjoyed Supercell, and felt that I would enjoy it because I like shows that are predominantly black. You know what I'm saying? Representation matters. And I love anything with, that's sci-fi, superpowers, stuff like that, like most of us do. So... Do you want to get into my thoughts on Supercell first?
No. We just said we were going to talk about Food Wars first, which is why you introduced the show.
I have to join me just introduce it, so give an explanation. Okay, so we're going to go over Food Wars first. That's fine. So here's the thing. I watched it yesterday, all 6 episodes. I'm a little bit.
We're not talking about Supercell. Stop.
No,
we're talking about Food Wars.
No, we are. We're going to talk about Food Wars.
So don't bring up anything about Supercell yet.
All I'm saying is this.
Nope.
The reason why I want to do that.
We don't need to talk about anything about Supercell yet. We're discussing Food Wars. So don't even tell them that you watched all 6 episodes yesterday. Save that for when we talk about Supercell. Talk about Food Wars. You're skipping ahead.
I'm not skipping ahead. I'm just saying.
You are. They don't need a precursor to Supercell. Talk about Food Wars.
You talk about it. Okay, so I want to hear what you thought about it because I honestly don't think you liked it.
I think that you also need to. Is this a show that you enjoy?
I've seen all 5 episodes of the show. Yeah, I have laughed. I have cried. I like that it has different perspectives from the different characters, and I love the food. Like, the food you can see even being made on YouTube now. You know what I'm saying? So, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, I want to hear your reasons why you did not enjoy it.
Who said I didn't enjoy it?
I just have a feeling that you didn't. I hope I'm wrong, but I have a feeling that you did.
Listen, viewers, I absolutely hated this show.
See, I told you. He did not like it. I told you. Anime, I know that's his thing. Why did you hate it?
The expression.
Give me a second.
I knew you. I knew from the way from when you came in that you said you didn't like it, but like, tell me why.
When you said you have to cry.
God, he only told me to watch 2 episodes. I thought it was maybe like 20 episodes, but I could have watched all 5 if you wanted me to. I didn't know it was only 5
Wait,
episodes.
there's more than 5 episodes.
You just said I've seen all 5 episodes.
5 seasons.
Oh, okay. So I watched 2.
Yeah, there are 5 seasons of it.
I was very unpleasantly unsurprised. It was just very weird, and I couldn't wrap my mind around why the characters were having orgasms over rice.
Because the food is supposed to be that good. It was supposed to be so good that you have an orgasm from the food.
Confused. It was very overacted. And I know you said that.
Yeah, it is
if
over
you
the top.
didn't know, you said it was subtitles, but there's actually a version you can watch that has American.
I told you that too. I said they're both. Yeah, I said
So-
you can watch both.
I actually watched the first episode and a half in American, and then I accidentally fell asleep on the second episode, so I had to watch the rest of it this morning. And I somehow pulled the second half of
So you
the
probably
second
missed-
episode up
In subtitles.
in subtitles.
So you probably missed a lot of context.
Bitch, I know how to read a subtitle.
I still think you missed some context, but go ahead.
I don't think I missed any context. It was terrible. Like, context, I'm sorry. But, like, even the end of the second episode when she was on the phone, like, I am giving you my award. No one made it. 0 people. And then he, at the end, was like, ugh. It was like, what was that noise he just made? I think that he was upset, but it sounded like he was constipated. But I'm very confused.
But that's why I told you there was some things in Japanese humor that may not translate to you. I told you that.
It was just even like I'm here. Like if they could have gave me a storyline and they were pushing.
You probably should have watched
I think
more
they
episodes.
were pushing things too fast in that first episode when the dad disappeared and left him and said, "Go to culinary school. You ain't shit." His daddy. Like
now I agree.
Nothing.
His father
But it
disappearing
was
so
just
quickly was very fucked up. Yes, it was.
It was just very like. It's hard for
He
this
closed
to
the diner
hold
down
my
and everything.
attention.
Yes.
Attention, and I'm like, I gave Kyrie a show that I thought he would enjoy, and for what reason he thought that I would enjoy this show, I have no idea. This is a show that you would enjoy.
And I thought that
If
you would at
I,
least
if
find
I
it
wanted
funny.
you to watch a show that I knew I would enjoy, but you wouldn't, I would have given you some rom-com, girly toilet
100%
movie
enjoy
to
Supercell.
watch. I know, but you enjoyed it more than I enjoy. I have
But
nothing
that's what-
good to
but
like.
I'm saying,
Even
like,
the food was like, what are they making? And you were like, yeah,
So
they
you
make they make this food on YouTube. But I'm like, chicken cubes and rice.
You didn't understand the whole point of it.
What was the point of it? Break it down for the viewers, because I don't know.
So the first episode, he made quote unquote meatless pork roast. So it was a pork roast that consisted of potatoes and bacon.
Meatless pork roast.
Well, because what it was is in the beginning episode, this company was trying to buy his diner, and they destroyed all the food and told him that if he could make something they would enjoy, they would leave his restaurant alone. But since they had destroyed all the food, they did that with the intention of him not being able to make anything.
First of all, clearly he hasn't seen us in a while. The point was they destroyed all the meat.
Yeah.
And then she said she wanted a juicy, meaty meal. But what are you going to do? Because I destroyed all the meat.
Yes,
That's how she laughed.
Yes, that was the
That is
purpose of
how
it.
she laughs.
And you didn't find any of that funny? You thought it
No.
was... Why?
It was so stupid.
That's the point. It's over the top, and it's supposed to be
and
stupid.
then, like, all the ladies' tits are just
so you took
jiggling.
it too... So I
It was
feel like you took it too seriously.
how was I supposed to take it?
It's a joke. It's satire. None of it is serious.
It wasn't satire, though.
Like none of it is serious. That's what other than the actual plot lines of like what they go through, like their personal stories. All the other shit is supposed to be over the top and comical. You just want to take any of that seriously.
I wasn't taking it seriously, but it wasn't funny.
Well, again, I thought you
For
would have
me.
gotten some of the humor,
For
but
me.
hey.
I was just very like,
I think you should have told him. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't take this serious. Or
I
whatever.
no, he
did.
gave me the precursors, and I'm not saying that I took it serious, but I didn't find the humor in it. Like,
Yeah,
like anime is really not my thing, but
Well, buckle
For
in, 'cause
my-
he got 3 more
for my
shows.
friend,
Y'all, he got
I
3 more
wanted-
shows that I'm going to be putting on to him.
for my friend, I
Okay.
wanted to
Oh,
give
how about
this
this?
anime a
That's
chance.
not fair because
How about this?
anime has several different genres.
It does. I'm
And
trying to
he's
cover.
going to, he's going to force me to watch others that
But
we're
I'm going to cover
review.
vast genres, and if you
but-
don't know other animes that you think that will be good for him, then please you can recommend them as well. Put them in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But it's a vast genre.
Thriller kind of stuff because you might want to watch something old school like Monster. You might get into that.
I'm in a house full of nerds, y'all. So this is why
I mean,
it's
we
me
have to
against
show
all
them
of
occasionally,
them.
and-
Well, no one's against you. I told you it's going to be like an overload of information. Because when you get nerds around that know anime and want recommendations, then everybody's going to recommend things that they watch to you.
Well,
Right, but again, I gave you something that I knew you could at least enjoy. I just
I
still
gave you something
I need
that
to
would
know
challenge-
what was your no, you said that you thought that I might
too.
enjoy this. So what was your reasoning behind thinking that I might enjoy this?
Because it is over the top and it is silly. At its core, it's very over the top, silly anime. And I thought that you would at least see that and find some of the humor in it. And that's why I said some of the humor it may not translate well, but it is overall to me a funny anime. But there are other ones.
I think you had to make him watch that when you were there. You know,
And I told him the other ones we probably will watch together, so that if he has questions or doesn't understand something, I can further break it down.
And
You know, so
audience,
that
don't get
probably
me
good.
wrong. I like cartoons. I like
I just don't think that was your
like
thing.
big
So, okay,
city
that was- I
I
greens,
expected this when you
things like that.
I was
but-
just waiting for this day.
And
That
maybe-
was a swing and a miss. That
And
was a
maybe
swing
I
and- and
just
that's
I
fine.
don't get Japanese humor, but it was very like I don't think I laughed once. I was just like, what am I watching? This is
so very
not
much.
holding my
so-
attention. Why are they having orgasms for rice and a
Oh, that-
potato wrapped in
So
bacon?
that dish, it was.
and-
So basically, what he did was he scrambled eggs. I can't remember now.
No, but then when he gave the girl the octopus, and the octopus was between her legs. Do you not remember that?
So okay, that was another thing. It's like the twist was
Octopus and peanut butter?
right. So the thing was, for all the good food that he could make, he had horrible taste in his own food.
Technical
So-
difficulties.
Somebody just got punched in the face. I don't know who it was, but we just heard some street violence outside. The whole thing was kind of like the joke or the twist was that for all the good food that he could make, his own personal taste was horrible.
But his dad came out and said, I made horrible food too.
Exactly.
Something with some kind of fish with strawberry
Right.
sauce.
That's what they like to eat. They have horrible taste in their own personal dishes, but the food that they make for other people is like amazing.
But the girl ate the octopus and peanut butter, and then she had an orgasm because she thought it was so good. So
No,
was
she
it
did.
disgusting?
No, she did. It was disgusting. She didn't like it.
So why was the octopus making love to her and she was
that was not. No,
and
that
she was
wasn't the
having
reaction.
an orgasm? Yes, it was. Did you don't?
I gotta go back and watch that episode.
Why?
Because that was
The
not the
octopus
reaction.
was between her legs and playing with her nips, and she was like,
wow.
"Ooh, ooh, ah, ah,
That
ah,"
did not happen.
like a monkey.
There was no monkey sound.
Like a monkey.
There was no monkey sound.
Like a monkey.
There was no monkey sound. I remember that much.
Perhaps you should have rewatched these episodes if you were going to go over them with me, because
I was so
promise
focused
you,
on. I was so focused.
the octopus tentacles were all over her body, and she was going, "Ooh, I'm so,
So
oh,
this
it's
may,
so delicious."
This episode
but
may
it should be
continue
so
on
disgusting.
into next week because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to rewatch that.
I will not.
I feel like you're kink shaming now.
I'm not kink shaming at all.
Yeah, tentacles are a very big thing in Japanese culture. I mean, you know.
I mean, she could have all the tentacles she wants, but why does she have it over tentacles and peanut butter? That's my issue.
Yeah, that I don't remember. I gotta
At
remember
least
that.
it wasn't in front of your salad. There.
Well, it was in their minds. No one saw the octopus doing it to her. It was in her mental.
Yeah,
But it was
That's
just
what they-
like
I don't think she liked it. I don't remember her liking it.
she loved it.
I have to go back and look at that. I
She
really don't.
enjoyed the octopus inside of her vag.
Maybe you should find the clip and put it up while he's talking and see if it's what he's saying. I don't remember it being that way.
Then the audience can see it, and I'll prove
Judge
you
you
wrong.
Judge, you know how many people actually love this anime? It is a very popular anime.
So
Have you two ever heard of this anime?
Yes.
no.
Have you watched it?
He's shown it to me before.
Have you
Yeah.
seen this? How did you like it? You can't hear him, but I'm gonna tell you what he said. How did you like it? It wasn't his thing. Oh, thank you.
Okay, it's
Um,
anime is a
so-
vast genre of stuff.
I'll find the clip and put it up, and y'all be the
Find the octopus in her vag.
It's
Please
just
put that up.
episode 2, apparently.
It's episode 1.
See, I found you guys kind of looking for more though.
Okay.
体中をまさぐられるようなまずさでし
Are you
た
sure? Because in episode 1, it's
I
when
just
she
watched
ate
it
the
last
Soldier
night. When did you
shit,
watch it?
But episode
I
1
know
was
what
when
I'm. It was in the episode that before
when
that
she
he
had
even
the
made
pork
the pork.
roast.
No,
Oh,
it was the
before
little
her-
girl in the beginning.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Him and his father
Okay,
had a war
yeah.
over the rice.
They always have food wars. I
over
forgot
rice.
that. Yeah.
And then they loved the rice, and she came and said, it was just that his rice was better. He
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
"Well, I'm going to make you eat this. Octopus and peanut butter.
Yeah, I remember that now.
And then the octopus made love to her.
Every time you said it was so much like disgust in your.
That's all I have to say, audience. Anything from you?
I will choose a different anime next time, and we will probably watch it together.
How about this? How about this? You asked him what does he like.
It would not include anime.
But other
But
things
this
like
is
to
what
watch.
he's forcing me to watch. I'm like, don't you like it? And besides
I
the
like other
500
stuff.
episodes of The Rookie, he wanted me to watch in one night.
That's no. I told you to watch the same thing. I said watch the first couple episodes of The Rookie. You was like, I'm not watching all of that.
You didn't say watch. You said watch The Rookie. That's all you said. And then I said, isn't there like a million
I
episodes
said
of
it's
The
6
Rookie?
seasons, but you ain't got to watch all 6 seasons. You just watch the first
You
couple
didn't
episodes.
say that.
I didn't think I had to. I thought it was implied.
I said that because I gave you something that was 6 episodes that I knew you could get through. So I thought
Yeah.
you might say, oh, get through this full season of something
Oh.
real quick.
So you're pretty, but not smart.
No. Sweetie, lay it out for me. All you said was watch The Rookie.
No,
And when I said
figured.
there are a million seasons, you laughed and said, oh, you're right. And then you said, well, watch Food Wars.
That was the
You
only.
never said, watch 2 episodes.
Because
unless this
honestly, I
happens."
didn't think I needed to. Seriously.
Why would
Who
you not need
watches
to?
it?
When I said I'm giving you a show that is only 6 episodes.
Because
Why
if
would you not
knew,
think that you needed to give me a show that was easy enough for me to watch?
That's why I gave you
before-
Food Wars as an alternative and said 2 episodes. I assumed that when I said Rookie, you would just watch a couple of
Assuming
episodes.
makes an ass out of you, friend. don't assume that I'm gonna assume. Oh, because what am I gonna get out of 2 episodes of a season that's 22 episodes?
You can
I
tell-
feel like
you can tell in the first.
I feel like to really know if the
Nope.
But what am I supposed to get us?
That's not true.
What?
He was about to say you can get the gist of the show
And I don't,
in 2
because I'm about to say if
That's
a
not
show,
true.
if a show is 22 episodes in one season, the first 2 episodes is not going to give you the gist of the show because they have to stretch it out. I mean, it might give you a premise, but I feel like you won't
So
really
would that be
know
the case?
the
Why did
characters.
that being the case? Then why didn't you watch more episodes of Food Wars? Because that's 5 seasons.
because
you
you,
could at least
said
watch.
no, you said just watch 2.
Okay.
Like that's all I needed to watch to understand it. That is what you said to me.
I gave you that so that it wouldn't feel overwhelming.
No, you
to
could have
you.
said watch.
I also
the first
said
season.
no. I also said I said you can watch more episodes if you feel inclined, but just do the first 2 because I know you may not be able to handle watching more than that.
No, if you wanted me to watch the first season, I would have watched
The
it.
first season of Food Wars is like I think almost 22 episodes.
Okay, so then I needed you to find me something that was like 6 or 10
But
episodes.
well, what I was gonna
I mean,
explain
I
is
would be
that
just another Netflix show. But a lot of stuff I watch that on Netflix. Like I watch shit that has like multiple episodes of multiple seasons. I don't like. There's some good things on Netflix that I do watch, but I don't watch.
It didn't have to be on Netflix.
I know, but what you're talking about, what you're describing, is some Netflix type of shit.
No, I'm not. There's other shows on other.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Stations that only
So let me
have
not say Netflix. Let me
10
say
episodes.
Let me not say Netflix. Let me say the short form format of TV is what I'm thinking about.
Right,
And
but that's on all streaming networks.
Right,
If
that's why I
it's
switched up.
original programming.
That's why I switched up when I said I didn't want to say just Netflix, because like the short form, I feel like it's good. You can get a good story, but you know what I'm saying. From what I referred to you and the things that I watch, they tend to have a longer story. Sometimes, not all the times. I'm not putting down short stories because you know what I'm saying. None of that.
well, I want to backtrack and defend anime for a second because Japanese anime usually has very long seasons. So the gist of the show usually happens within the first 2 episodes. Their seasons go on for like 26, sometimes even more episodes than that all the time as a standard. So
Right.
you're not gonna get that with anime.
Now,
Now,
some
as
you
far
do
as
have.
short form shit, you're not gonna find that unless you do BBC television, where their seasons are actually 6 seasons, 6 shows.
Right, and that's why Supercell
Or
was that
the-
because
It was a
from-
strong 6.
It's a European show,
With a-
so
only-
it was 6 episodes.
But no, I understand what you're saying. Next time, I think we'll just because that also was a shot in the dark. I just kind of like, oh, he might like this. So I was wrong. We can converse more. Like when we say anime is just a vast genre, we can find something that we can get into.
Okay,
There's
so
even, there's even anime rom coms. So there's all kinds of stuff. Anything you want to watch, there's an anime version.
well, with that being said, we're gonna wrap up
And move
show
on.
1.
Right.
I would like. Do you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
For
Your show for Food Wars.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm sorry that you didn't. We will collaborate and come up with
Don't
something else.
apologize. It's what we're here for, to discuss, have our own opinions. So you
No,
don't
I'm
need
just
to
saying,
take
like
it.
I wish you had a little bit more better opinion, but I get it. And you know, it's not for everybody. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna find something that I like that I can recommend that I think you might dig.
Okay.
Yeah. Moving
So do you
on.
give it a thumbs up?
Oh, of course. I
Give
recommended
it a
it.
Cisco Ebert try at it. Thumbs down for me.
I mean, I
Rated
like it,
it.
so I don't think I need to rate it, but of course I'll give it a thumbs up. But moving on to Supercell.
To my show. Let me
That
introduce
he's so
it.
proud of.
I'm not. It's not that I'm proud of it. I wanted to find a show that I thought would bring a common ground between what he likes and what I like, and that is why I picked Supercell. First of all, it's black driven, which I know he enjoys. There are superpowers involved. He enjoys. Unlike him, I was thoughtful enough to think of my co-host and not force him to watch something that would make him want to bang his head on the floor. So,
Oh, but it did by the end. It did by the fucking end, though.
Wait a minute, because he called me yesterday and said, "This isn't going slow. Episode 1 was everything, and episode 2 had
Right,
such
exactly.
good stuff in the 15
And by
minutes."
episode
But what did I
6,
tell
it
you?
was shit.
What did I tell you
By
before you
episode
watched?
6, it was
Calm
shit.
down,
Now,
Freaky.
we
What
gotta
did
get
I
into my
tell you
shit
before
now.
you watched? What did I tell you before you watched? That it dragged some. Didn't I tell you that?
It dragged the end. The ending was fucking stupid.
Okay. So we're going to discuss it. However, he said he liked it. I'm just putting that out there. But let's get your take on it first. Go
So here's
ahead.
the thing.
The person who watched it second.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Now, I had to contain myself. I wanted to call you last night. This show had so many different thoughts and things running through my brain that it was just like, what the fuck? Yes, when I started watching from episode 1 to like 3, I think, 3 or 4 was okay. And I was enjoying it. I was getting into the story. I was picking it up quick. I understood the premise. You know what I'm saying? Folks that have sickle cell. It's a good premise. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole thing of black people with sickle cell, and you can develop, super cells from. Totally cool idea. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed all of the stories of the other characters except for Michael. By the end of the show, he was annoying, irritating, selfish, and
so people know
self-centered.
what was Michael's superpower.
I was like, so let's go back. He was the titular protagonist, and his whole thing was trying to save his fiance from dying. He had the ability to control time, so he could go, forward and back in time. And the way shit first happened was just weird as hell too. Like, no, it wasn't weird. So, in any superhero trope, your powers are, they come during heightened moments of stress or anxiety or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So in the middle of banging his girlfriend from celebrating being engaged, he just disappears and goes forward in time like 3 months to her fucking death.
It wasn't her death.
No, it wasn't her death. It was after she died. But she was dead, is what I'm saying. And for me, whatever. Cool.
I'm just going to say,
the premise.
I would just like to put that he called me and said he enjoyed episode 1, but now you're...
Because that didn't happen episode 1.
That did happen episode 1.
Oh, it did. It happened till the end. And I did enjoy it. No. I did enjoy it.
Are you trying not to like this because I didn't like your enemy?
No. No. Because what it is I'm getting thrown. I'm trying to remember. No. Yes, that did happen in episode 1. I should have took notes like I told you.
You said you were going to take notes.
But by the end of it, I didn't want to because it annoyed the shit out of me. So, let me, please.
Okay. Breathe, friend.
Because I'm trying to remember. And I get it that you didn't like that show. But I didn't.
But if
I liked, now
I put you in your feelings.
No, I like this show, but I'm trying to talk about why I didn't like it. And I can't, I'm trying to get my thoughts together to say why I didn't like it. And I did not like because you didn't like that. If you didn't like that, you didn't like that. I liked Supercell. I didn't like Michael's character, and his character made me mad. So if you see that, because I'm talking about his character right now, and rethinking about all the fuck shit he took his girl through for nothing is what making me like that. And I'm trying to get that out. Like, that's the problem that I had with the whole... Let me get that out first, because that's what made me mad about the show. That was the problem that I had. He lied and treated his girlfriend stupidly for no fucking reason. He could have told her about the other shit that he knew and left her death part out. Because she was smart enough to start figuring shit out on her own. And had he been honest with her about the other people, they'd have found them faster. I was with him until the moment she started talking to him, telling him shit, and he went into that thing where he was like yelling at her and yelled stop at her the way he did. I checked out from his character. Because to me, that was selfish, that was stupid, that was like, what the fuck? She's helping you. You're the one going through this dumb shit. You went to the future. She don't know shit. But she's still sitting trying to figure shit the fuck out for your dumb ass. And you're lying to her. You're doing all this other fuck shit. As she's figuring it out, all you had to do is be honest with her. She didn't help you figure it out. She figured this shit out before him. So that shit made me mad. Now, I love the other character story arcs. Sabrina and her sister was I got that. That was cool.
Can I interject for a second?
Go ahead.
Right, take a breath.
I'm trying to
take
get
a beat.
Because I want to get this out. I told you I watched it Friday, yesterday, for this reason. And the way it was written was so stupid.
But I want to say something. So, I feel like if a show can put you in your feelings like you are right now, friend, then it might be written the way it was supposed to be written to piss you off. The way that you are. Have you ever thought about that?
If it
did, because if it wasn't written well, you wouldn't be this upset. You would kind of be like, you would be like I was with the anime and just be like, that shit was stupid. But you are clearly pissed at Michael. You are clearly
I feel like his story did not deserve to be the main story.
And so I feel like
Taser had a better storyline.
But I feel like clearly the writers did something to put you in your emotions.
What they did was they wrote a character that was
very
abysmally stupid. They wrote a character that was abysmally stupid.
But maybe he was supposed to be stupid so that they couldn't get together to the end. Did you ever think about that?
They weren't.
He was supposed to be horrible at this
because she died anyway.
I know, but
because of him.
You're so passionate.
Because he was so fucking stupid. You cannot get away with this. I've been waiting.
You're scaring me a little bit.
You said, don't talk to me until you watched after you said. So this is all. Folks, understand something.
Do I have to be this close to him?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If there was a nigga that deserved to get a chair and thrown in his face, it was Michael. Let me tell you some real shit. I was on Dion's side, bruh. Like, from episode 1, she was that bitch. Like, the whole little scene when he rolled up, he was like, hey, Miss Thing, I got a man. Like, okay, she started, okay, cool. And I saw that little banter. Okay, then she know how to stand her ground. She ain't one of the type of bitches. Cool. So why would you tell this bitch stop the way you did and expect her to just stop and be some docile bitch and not do... The fuck? That shit was annoying as fucking hell.
Hold on, we have a comment from the person you can't hear, but I will tell you. I will tell you what he said. Go ahead.
Also, her job to look for people.
Right, she was a social worker.
That's what made it more the...
Wait. Cool. He said that it was her job to look for people.
So if he was honest with her and had talked to her, they'd have found them people so much probably more faster or in a different, more unconvoluted way.
But if you think about it, it wouldn't have dragged the story out. And that was the point. They needed to drag the story out. So if you understand...
No.
Wait, listen.
It was better. The crazy taser storyline was better. That was worth 6 episodes.
Are you going to let me talk?
No.
Why not?
I am.
Clearly he enjoyed this because he can't stop talking.
You will not talk right now. Look, Meredith. Everything's out there. LaWanda
is in her feelings.
LaWanda was sitting there with a blunt.
Clearly I picked a good show. Because LaWanda in her feelings.
I was sitting there with a blunt and a glass of Hennessy.
I feel like you know these people.
Girl, look. Let me tell you something. And you know what? Look, like I said, everybody's story, I think, had good points and bad points. I really, that would have made it for me if they had switched and had Taser as the main protagonist as opposed to Michael. I probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more towards the end. No, the ending. I would have enjoyed the ending probably a little bit more because the whole thing with Crazy and him, that made more sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like, their story made so much sense. And I get why they had so much focal point around their story. You know what I'm saying? Like, it almost felt like the whole thing with Taser was bigger or more important to me than
But it was
Michael's
more important
story.
to you. But the thing that led the story was him trying to get these people together to stop his girl. Let me finish. Shut it. That was him trying to get
all the words
get
I
all
wanted
of them
to say.
together to save his girlfriend, and that was the premise that was going to bring them together. So that is what made his character who it was, because he was the one that needed to bring them together to stop his girlfriend. Nobody else had a storyline that was putting them in a place where it was like,
But
I
they
need
all
to bring us together to stop something.
True.
Hold on. Wait.
Okay, so I get that there's a lot of aggravation about a lot of the characters' motivations and their actions, but we never even got the premise of the show.
Because he immediately
went
in on Michael.
Right.
So let me give them the premise of the show.
They should have a
Let
full
me do
premise
it.
now. At this point, you should be well aware of the fuck's going on.
He gave y'all a little snippet before he went crazy on the main character. But the premise of the show is that there are black people who all of a sudden experience these superpowers because someone in their direct lineage has sickle cell. And the sickle cell gives their offsprings a super cell, which is the name of the show, which then gives them a superpower. So everybody has something different. Like, one can run from Europe to Scotland in 30 seconds.
Super speed. He's a speedster.
One can go through time and freeze time. One has telekinesis.
Mm-hmm.
One has super strength.
Mm-hmm.
Then you find at the last episode there are a bunch of people who have these powers. And one can control, like, the wind. One controls lightning. So that's kind of the premise of this show. And there is someone who is trying to capture them and control them to fight for them.
There's just always an electrical black character.
So that is the premise of the show, that there's somebody trying to capture them. And I would say what sets it off is that the main character goes ahead in time, and his future self tells him that his girlfriend is going to die, and he shows him the date that she's going to die. But he tells him he also sees him and the other 4 people fighting the evil, and he says you need to get all of them together to try to stop our girlfriend from dying. So the premise of the show is him trying to find these other 4 people so that they can become the Black Avengers or whatever you want to call
And
them.
even with that, that was stupid. Because rather than explaining the full premise of what was going to happen and why he needed to gather the 4, he just said, you need to get these 4 people together to save her.
Because
That was
sometimes you
stupid
can't
as
give
fuck.
everyone everything that's going to happen in the future because you'll fuck
For
shit up.
me, it would have been a better premise to understand why I need these 4 people. Like, not just to save
And
this
then
one
I
life.
think he only
and
had
then-
so much time before the boy blipped back.
But it was still, he wouldn't even tell the people he was trying to find. The other 4, he wouldn't even tell them. Are you gonna, you know what I'm saying? And then when he got a chance to tell them, of course they don't give a fuck because they don't know him.
Well, what were they supposed to do?
If he had more better information to explain to them why he needed their help,
But
we
I
have
think-
powers.
But that's the premise of the
These
show.
people are
is-
trying to get us.
But don't you get that that's the premise of the show of him trying to convince these people?
No, because he didn't. He didn't try
But he
shit.
wasn't supposed to be able to, so that the story could drag on.
And that was stupid. That was fucking dumb.
If he was able to convince them in the first episode, then it would have been 2 episodes.
No, he didn't need the first
Okay,
episode.
okay.
From episode 2 on, once he learned how to control his power, all he had to do was show his power to the others.
He did that though, and some of them were still like, "Get the fuck on away from me," weren't they?
No,
Yes, they were.
the only person that had a negative reaction to him in the beginning was Sabrina, and that was because of her sister.
No, what's his name, Taser with the little knives. He was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Well, that was for everybody, but yes, he did have that reaction.
Right. They all were
But Taser
like,
was the one he was trying to catch in the.
"Get the fuck on."
But Taser was the one he was trying to talk to in the first place.
Right, but he was still like, "I'm good. I'm good on you."
Oh, I was just gonna say this just sounds like a
Have you seen this show?
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna give you that caveat. I have not seen the show,
Right.
but from hearing the descriptions of everything that's going on, it sounds like a slightly better, but not much better version of Heroes.
I seen like 2 episodes of it.
So it is because everybody's coming into their powers. They have no idea how to
And
use
the
them. So it
time
is
travel
kind of
stuff and-
Heroes, but it's just
yeah.
the all-black cast.
And the thing about it, it is written very well.
It doesn't sound like it.
It's just the way they wrote the first. It's just Michael's character is so.
Is in it.
Oh, good lord.
It's just no. Like it is. Like I said, I like the other
Super velocity bag
storylines.
power.
You know, Andre's story. By the way, the actor is gorgeous. I mean, just
Is that the muscles?
baby. Of course.
I knew you were gonna say.
Of course.
Uh,
Big and delicious, honey. Like here.
okay.
Okay.
Simmer down now.
That's all I'm
But,
saying.
I
Anywho.
was gonna say about the writing though. To hear both your points, yes, they dumb down some things, the progress of the plot, but you should not have to write like that. You should be able to write intelligently for the characters that you put into a show and not have to make irrational decisions. Don't make any sense to what's going on.
And that was another thing. Like his whole character,
So, to me, that's
his
the
whole
case.
character switch up after that time travel shit. That it also threw me the fuck off. Like, dude, like what? Like you acting like she's dead now. And I get it. You're carrying this weight of information. I get that. Like, but I still feel like he did not have to treat her the way that he treated her for her to end up dying.
But she even said when he first told her, like when he finally told her, like, I know when you're gonna die. She said, I understand why you couldn't tell that to me because that would be hard for me to say to you.
yeah, that.
So
not
she-
everything else.
But that was the premise of why he held everything else. Like
when
if
she
he
started finding out the other shit,
Are you
he
gonna
didn't
let
have
me
to mention
talk?
no, not.
Are you gonna let me finish my point?
And that's another thing. How can you just tell somebody that they're gonna die? Oh,
And
I've
that-
been to the future.
But no,
that's the whole
but
point.
that-
I'm
and
not
that's-
saying you have
and
to tell
this is
her
what-
that.
This is what Nugget is missing.
No.
Like, in order to tell her all the other things, he needed to tell her, for anything else to make sense to her, he needed to tell her, I know when you're going to die, and that's why I'm chasing after these people. That's why I'm trying to put us together, because this group of people could stop you from dying. And so that was the premise of why if he told her one thing, he had to just blurt it all
I
out.
don't agree with that. I think he could have kept. I think if he had kept that last part a lie and it came out later on in the show, it still would have had the same impact.
Wait, I have this question though. So he was, uniting people just to save the chick?
Yes.
No.
In his mind, yes.
No, that's not true.
You said
He
yes,
was
and you
putting
said
them.
no.
He was putting them together to fight this evil.
Okay.
But the man said, in putting them together, you may be able to stop her from dying.
And I think
And
that
so
was stupid to say that.
He was trying to, but he thought he. So the thing is, it was like the butterfly effect because she had till like July 9th to die, but she ended up dying on the day that they all met because he went to the future and he fucked shit up.
Right.
And so she died way sooner than
And that's
he
why
saw in the future.
That's why I'm angry because like she's smart. So she was literally figuring things out, and she wasn't trying to. Like, she's a social worker, so the people that she was checking up
He
on
also told her
case
ass
shit-
to go home,
Thank you.
and she did not.
But
Now
He
that part
told her
she-
ass
now,
to go home.
That part she was dumb on.
but
So
look,
She should have left at the end for that too.
he said,
that
"Take
whole
your
trope,
ass home."
that whole
Wait.
trope of no, I'm gonna stay by your
Right.
side.
wait,
Both of them was fucking stupid at certain points. Then.
wait.
So don't just blame him.
No, I'm blaming for the majority of the show. I blame his ass.
Yes, it's Mrs. Garrett.
I think
I
that
can't talk about the other characters because I'm so. Oh my
Cause
god.
you so hype.
I think that they you did what they wanted to.
Exactly.
Probably, and you know what?
And that's why I
that.
said that
Yeah.
means that it was good writing
Yeah.
if they pissed you off
Yeah,
like they
like-
did.
And,
I think that was the point.
wait,
I'll give it to you then. I'll give it to you then.
I watched you for like 10 minutes. Like you was pissed like a mother.
I think this is my first official show rant. I think that
This
was
is
my-
not the last
no,
though.
Oh, it's not.
No.
No, it's not. Believe
No,
by far,
no.
honey, it's not.
No, we got some good shit.
But as far as like this rant right here, baby, I couldn't even.
But that's what I'm telling you. Like clearly, the writers did something
We could have just talked about this show the
Because
whole
they-
freaking time.
they pulled
it
at
wasn't
your
Tyler
little
Perry.
heartstrings and pissed you
We
off.
could have just talked about this show.
I
We could've
know,
started
but
with
that's
that.
but
Let me tell you some
I
real
just
shit.
really am like that. I feel like when something can catch your spirit like that,
That's
whether
also why I
whether
wanted
it
to watch
catches
the
you
rookie. 'Cause it's the
negative,
same thing.
whether it affects you negatively or positively, I feel like when it catches your spirit in that way that you are
It's
so
done its job.
compassionate.
Yeah, it definitely did
The
its
writers
job.
did what they were supposed to do.
Like,
Because it was pissing me off when I was watching it.
Thank
I was
God.
like, why
Because
the fuck can't you just get these people together?
If
Oh, you
you
sitting
told me
right
that-
behind
thank
him
you.
and y'all won't turn around and look at each
because
other.
if you had
It
told
was-
me you
I
had
was
some.
thinking the same thing.
Okay, because if you had told me
But
you
I
had some
wasn't-
girl, I was about to say we
No,
were
but
the same
I
show,
just
bitch.
didn't torture my soul like it did yours.
It didn't torture myself. I literally yelled
I
at the
felt like it tortured your soul.
I yelled at the TV at one
And then I
point.
feel like-
Matter of fact, the scene you're mentioning, when Rodney was sitting, they were in the restaurant,
were
and
sitting
Andre
right-
was sitting here, and Michael was sitting right here.
Yes.
I literally wanted to yell, "Turn around!"
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh my god!"
We gotta.
It's funny because they were close enough to hear each other.
Yes.
It's like when you go to like a diner or something. You
Yeah.
can't
So and I'm sitting there like,
So
how
he
did
said,
you
"Wait,
not
I
hear
gotta
you
tell the
talking about
audience
you?"
what he said before you respond." They can't hear him. So he said it was funny because they were so close to the restaurant that they should have been able to hear each other.
And then in scene, I think it was episode 3, when
This is why you
Michael
should have took notes.
in episode 3, when Michael and Rodney appeared in his best friend's club that Sabrina and her sister were in.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, so I will say this. I will give props to the happenstance, like, oh, they were so close. I give props to that because they wrote that really, really well. They
I
were
think
in
the point of that was
right.
that
They were all in the same places and just never
they were always destined to find each other.
right.
But it was a free will thing. Like I'm putting them all in this space together. Will they find each other?
Especially when
But
Andre
it's
helped.
all about the choices you make
Yes,
that make you run into this person or
because
whatever the case may be. But I feel like the higher's up said, I'm gonna put y'all all in this space, but it's up to you to find each other.
but Andre and Sabrina had already collided when Andre saved her from getting hit by the car when she left work.
I agree.
So and then
But they didn't know nothing about the powers. Only Michael knew. I mean, they knew they had powers,
mean,
but they didn't know they were supposed
right,
to be a group.
I get it. For the story, he was the linchpin in all the meeting.
Right.
But the way they wrote his storyline, Good God.
But he was supposed to be. I feel like his
He did not
character
have to be such an
was
asshole to his
supposed
girlfriend
to-
towards the end.
But I feel like his character was supposed to be this long, drawn out, kind of
He still
slow.
could have
I don't
had
know what
that.
I'm doing. I don't understand what's happening. Type of character.
And yet your girlfriend figured it out faster than you.
She didn't even really figure it out, though. She figured out
She did. 'Cause
that there was somebody chasing them, but he knew all that. He just didn't tell her.
She figured
That's
out at
what
the end
she
because the
figured out.
father came. The father called her.
But that's
played
what
the
she figured
recording.
out, though.
But that's what I'm saying. She just through doing her due diligence and doing her regular work, she stumbled into it.
But she just figured out what he knew. She didn't figure out what.
By the end, she figured out stuff that he did not know.
Well, she figured out where they were taking
Right.
people, but that's all she figured out. But he knew all the rest. She figured out where to find them.
But the whole
that was
thing-
the piece he was
didn't.
missing,
No, it wasn't just that.
and he was missing putting them all together.
Which I think she could have helped him do faster. But again,
He only knew their first names.
but
Do you
again,
remember that?
yes. But again, I still think that
It could be a billion Sabrinas.
I mean it was smart the way he found her.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like with just having
And
a
she
list
could have
of
helped.
first names.
True, but I feel like I get why it was written the way it was written. Let me say this with
I
a.
feel like you
Let me.
don't.
No, I did. I get the way it was written the way it was written. You know, I understand. We gotta stop hitting these mics.
I know.
Oh, right.
We are messing our producers' ears up right now. The way we keep hitting these
It's
mics.
because you're making us both so passionate about a TV show.
But did they save the Timu cheerleader and save the world?
No, she died. But the thing is,
I thought that
I
was.
feel like I
I
saved
thought,
my time.
Nope, I thought that was good that Dion died because it gave him a passion to move forward in the end and
I can
go
understand
after the leader. Who,
right? Like I get
thought,
why
did
they
you
did
think that was a good spin? Who
Yeah,
the
like
leader
of course,
was
but that's a typical
all
superhero
this
thing.
time?
That's a typical superhero thing.
I know, but
That's
did you
just
think
like
it was a good
Spider-Man.
twist?
That's just like Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy.
You're not answering my question.
I said that I thought it was the same superhero trope. My girlfriend died. I'm gonna kill you.
I didn't. That's not what I asked you. Did I think it was a good twist on who the evil person is, the leader is?
Oh. I kind of saw it coming.
I didn't pay no attention to that white woman.
But the thing about it, the reason why I kind of saw it coming is because she was only in like one scene. And
She was in like 4.
was she? See,
Yeah.
but see the thing about it, she was so minuscule in them scenes,
and
my
I
mind,
usually
my
catch
mind
that,
was
but I didn't
like,
catch
yeah, because see, my mom growing up, she used to read movies, so
I
she,
did-
so
I
she
can
would
do that.
right. So when we would like kids, she would do like, I bet she got something to do with it, and then she'd be right.
Like Scream 2,
Yeah.
when the mama from Roseanne
That
was
was
the killer.
easy.
I was like, why is Roseanne's sister in 2 scenes?
But she was so good.
I'm like, she's the killer.
I'm gonna tell you something.
But I'm just saying it was easy to figure out because I'm
Right.
like, she's very, at that time, Roseanne was very popular. So it was like, why is this lady only in 2 scenes of this movie? I think she's the killer, and she was. But back to Super
Like
Sex.
I agree. Like it's for how it was written, yes. How they played it with her only being minuscule in the scene she was in, yes. But
Yes.
if you pick up and read on movies, you can tell she plays some part. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say I kind of saw it coming is because when they were doing the whole sickle cell thing, and they kept talking about sickle cell, and she was with this foundation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a breadcrumb. And it's like,
Disclaimer, the lady who is running the Sickle Cell Foundation is the evil genius.
or the head of the foundation that is, and I like the premise of that too. That everybody working for this corporation was not black. Let's just say that.
Right.
I get the premise on that too, because you know what I'm saying. It did for us, and for me specifically, it did give more into they hunting us.
It gave
So that's a very much realistic thing.
It gave a slavery moment because all the higher ups were white,
And they're
were
using our own
the
people.
black people.
But that's very
to attack
but
black
that's
people.
very realistic to what can happen today.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Using
it
our
gave
own
me
people.
that moment.
And that was back then. That was back how they used to do it back in the day too.
I know you
what
would.
I'm saying?
It's,
Use
that's
your-
where the term Uncle
Right.
Tom came from.
Right.
Uncle Tom would tell on all his people,
Right.
and
So,
then
though,
they
like I
would
said,
find
I
you.
was really only upset with Michael's story. I really enjoyed Andre's story. You know what I'm saying? The father out for redemption and trying to do right by the son and all. You know, it
Did
was
you really enjoy his story because it was good or because you were attracted to him?
both. It was a very good father-son moment. The son was going to give his phone up to help his dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought all of that was really heartwarming. Taking away from that, yes, the moments where I saw him and he was all in his yes, then I was like, yes. Because, I mean, we
All
go,
of his yes.
yeah. And if you got that, honey, you got that. Okay. If you got it, bitch, you got it.
All of his, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like when, and then especially like when he was actually in the facility, shirtless, honey.
So did you like anybody else's storyline?
Oh, I love everybody's storyline. I think that was everybody
Except
had
for
a good.
Michael.
Michael was the only one that frustrated me. Like Sabrina was the very titular big sister. You know what I'm saying?
But is it that you didn't like his story or it just pissed you off the way his character moved? To make the story move forward.
I think it was a little of both because I thought the story could have been written better. I still think he could have told her and kept that lie, and it could have still had the same impact. Because the whole thing.
But
was
you feel like either way it would have had the same impact, right?
I mean, either way it would have, but I still think he could have told her. At least the parts that he could have told her without telling her that. I think there's a way he.
But
could
I
have
think the
done
big part was for her to figure it out on her own, to
Obviously.
have that part, so that they could drag that family in, and you could find out.
Oh, I
about
get
the
it.
girl who had to heal. I know, I didn't mean to. And so you could find about the girl that could heal people. So I think in order for her to find that family, he had to keep her in the dark so that she could draw that family in, and we could learn about the girl
I
who
get
could
that.
heal people.
No, I totally get that. You know what
And
I'm
so
saying?
it was a way to.
And low
bring
key, she
that
was more
in.
important than what the show kind of.
I think
she
she'll
was
play a bigger part if there's a season 2.
Honestly, I hope there's a season 2. I really
Yeah.
do, because the other thing was with Rodney's. No, sorry, I was thinking about Rodney and his friend Spud. I was going to talk about Sabrina and her sister. I think her name was Shar.
Hoorah, hoochie mama. That's how
Yeah.
she was.
You know, I get it. The same two titular storyline. I get it. I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? The ending when they took her instead.
And thought she was the superpower.
My thing is like this. They are watching all of them. They would have known prior if she had powers.
No.
Crazy would have fucking known.
No, because remember the parts where there
He
were cameras, her and her sister was always in the same vicinity.
But when Crazy was alone with Shar, all those heightened moments of stress, when he put his hands on her, if she had powers, she would have displayed them so many times over. All it took was
But
one
he
time.
didn't display his powers to her.
He had more control.
But they didn't know how much control these people have. The people that's watching them, they don't know how much control any of these characters have. They just are realizing that these characters have.
So he's
power.
fucking with Shar all this time, and not one time did he ever think.
But if you think about before he went to jail, Sabrina didn't have her powers then.
I get
So
that.
he could have been fucking with Shar, and Shar powers just hadn't been activated. Do
To
you
our
get that?
audience, if you hear some ratchet music in the background, that is an ice cream truck rolling by, and I
There
don't
was
have
no
any money
need for him to admit.
But I just want to mention, in case you hear the music in the background, it's an ice cream truck.
We
It's all right.
we in the hood.
So just know.
Yeah.
Meredith, however, she's a
Only
little,
Wanda.
taken aback, but it's okay.
I was not taken aback because I enjoyed the ice cream truck, and I had money to go, but we're
Oh right,
Ah!
right.
Don't you-
Because wait, I'll be watching the ice cream truck roll by at my job, and I'll be like, I would stop that ice cream.
I would.
Like,
Shit. One day I was coming from the dispensary. At the corner, I flagged him down. He was turning fake where I was walking anyway. I literally flagged him down to get a Batman and a Sonic Pop. I'm gonna tell you something. Yes, I'm a big kid.
So on that note, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
So we're-
It's been great. This episode has been very great.
Wait.
We gotta give our
Yeah, you gotta give your
right,
thumbs up
Kyrie.
or
Do you
thumbs
give
down.
Supercell?
I do give it a thumbs up. I do like it. And would I watch it again? Yes, I would watch it. If for no other reason to yell.
Do you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Now go. Damn, I couldn't even get it out.
This goes back to what we said earlier. Oh, child. I give it a thumbs up. I do enjoy it. I do. Oh, my God. I'm telling you.
I'm like, damn, okay, I get the question out.
I'm sorry. All right. Guys, thank y'all so much for... Are we ending?
Can I give them my opinion?
Oh shit!
Y'all see what I'm working
I'm sorry, it's hot. Forgive me.
with? Amateur talent. I can't.
You just now thought about it was hot. Like,
So let me have that.
like,
Excuse me, producer and talent.
okay.
Can I give my opinion? Please.
Yeah.
Before we run out of time, I give Supercell a thumbs up. I am looking forward to season 2. I'm pretty sure from all the talk and chatter on the internet there will be a season 2, but if there is, I think it'll be really good. That's my opinion. And we want to thank y'all for watching today.
Yes.
If you want to see us do more reviews, put something in the comments in the chat.
Yeah, we'll take suggestions for shows, and we'll both watch them together or in our time, and we'll discuss them on the show.
Right. And you can find our podcast at 11 a.m., the audio version, on Spotify and everywhere else you listen to a podcast.
And you can catch our videos every Friday morning at 11 a.m. on YouTube. We're going to be coming with a Patreon very soon. We'll let you know when that rolls out. But in the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
Tell them what the YouTube name is.
What's the Point Pod?
They don't know that.
They should know it by this time.
You have to say that on every episode.
Well, as I'm going to interject here, also if you're having trouble finding us, which
the
might be a
floor
little
director.
hard, we also have a new website that you can find us at easier on www.what'sthepointpod.com. All right.
That part and all the links to everywhere you can find us or see us will be on that website.
And we'll also have embedded
It should be
episodes.
right here on the
It
video.
will be there. It will be
should
there when
right
the
here
episode
on the video.
when the episode airs. Where he's pointing is where it will be. We will also have.
Wait. Y'all giving me too much work.
It might
the
also
only
be
one.
right here as well.
Right, you know what I'm
Give
saying?
them more work to do. All right, we love y'all.
Thank y'all so much for watching.
Stay classy.
We'll see you later.